I'm Danielle Belton. I'm currently the Conservative councillor for the Sweyne Park and Grange Ward in Rayleigh. I moved to Rayleigh from Stanbridge when I was 5 years old with my family. I own a business, Saving Energy. Me and my mum started that business nearly 15 years ago now. Having been working in the insulation industry for a few years, we decided we wanted to own and open our own business. Being in business has taught me an awful lot about getting things done, and that's definitely a notion that I've tried to adopt when working within the council. Becoming a councillor happened a bit by chance for me. A family friend was looking for candidates to stand within the Rayleigh ward and asked if it would be something I was interested in. I had a few conversations with different councillors in the area, and yeah, said let's go for it. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, I was on holiday with my family and friends. We were in Cos. I had a few missed calls, so thought I'd best take it. And I was told a by-election had been called for September. I needed to meet with the Conservatives the day after I got home to sign the papers. And then within days, I was out there knocking on doors, handing out leaflets, meeting residents. I thought it was going to be terrifying, knocking on that first few doors. I was expecting sort of a barrage of insults and slammed doors, but actually the vast majority of people were just happy to see someone and talk and have a chat about what's going on. The wider picture across Rayleigh is making sure that our local economy, our businesses can survive and can bounce back post-COVID. It's something that I've been extremely passionate about for the last 12, 18 months, and that is supporting all businesses that I can, whether that be a one-man band working from home or a large organisation in the high street. So with the additional restriction grants, I very quickly got involved with the council officers, setting up meetings to discuss exactly what we needed and what that looked like. Prior to that, I had many phone calls, email conversations, face-to-faces where possible with businesses to see what they were doing to survive, what they couldn't do because of the type of business that they were, what support they needed, and how close they were to being on the brink of failure. That gave me a really good understanding quickly of what the sort of the critical points were. I fed that back into council officers, expressed how important it was that we removed as much bureaucracy as possible to get these grants out the door. We needed to eliminate as much red tape as we could. So we recognise the importance of being able to adapt to help businesses now thrive post-COVID. One of the areas that we're looking at is a virtual high street or virtual shopping centre, as it were. We want to localise the Amazon ethos. We want local businesses to be able to work together on a platform where shoppers can go and tap into the plethora of products that we offer as a district. People will be able to essentially use that for a period of time at no cost. There'll be nothing to pay to sign up. No commissions will be taken on their produce. It will purely be an opportunity funded via the council's grants that we have there for business, money that's been put aside for business. We will give that opportunity to everybody that wants it to try and sell online. So I am on the partnership panel for the asset strategy programme. Obviously the hot topics for that for Rayleigh residents is the mill hall. The working group for the mill hall studied previous bookings. Pre-COVID, they looked at bookings of the centre to see who the common users were. 95% of all of those bookings were for less than 170 people. So when looking at the new mill hall centre, that was the number that councillors said was the absolute crunch point that we needed to achieve, because that would house virtually all of the previous bookings. Now we recognise then that there's 5% that don't fit 170 seats. So the council set up a stakeholder working group to invite those groups along to have their say, to help us understand and to design what would work for them, such as a 2-night booking instead of a 1-night booking to essentially increase capacity to 340 people instead of maybe the 200 or 220 that they previously booked, and to look at ways that as a council we could help promote those events to ensure those tickets were sold so it became commercially viable. The important thing now is that residents engage with the scheme, with the council. They use the Voyage website and the Have Your Say platform to actually feed in the concerns. And there is actually some really positive comments. I'm getting as many good comments now as I am negative, because people are starting to understand and adapt. Within the Sweyne Park and Grange Ward, I think we're really fortunate. We have a really lovely community. Antisocial behaviour is few and far between. The issues that we do have and that I'm notified on, we respond on extremely quickly. Traffic is an issue. As local councillors, we push and we shout about the need for better infrastructure in our town. What I will continue to do is be a vocal point, a central point that residents can pick up the phone or the email or text me any time of the day or evening, and I respond. I would be more than happy to discuss what I do and how I do it with anybody that's considering getting involved. More than happy to share how I manage my time and what's involved. But I think it's a really great opportunity. It is flexible, which is perfect for mums, working dads, anybody really. It's something that if you're passionate about the area that you live in and you'd like to make change, you can do. And just because it's something you've never done before doesn't mean you can't do it. I had never considered being a councillor before someone phoned me and said, would you like to give it a go? And then everything happened very quickly from there on. But I would urge anybody that's considering it or would just like to know more, pick up the phone, email me. I'll be more than happy to discuss it.